I want to ask you how you experiment with literary forms and how you arrive to this particular form of narrative.
Yeah, I mean, these are great questions, Elena, thank you. And they are large because it really sums up a writer's struggle with language, with forms. And I have to say, in English language, this is my 10th book. I think the switching of language became very strange. In China, I wrote around 10 books in Chinese, but they are between the essays, poetry collection, short story collection, novels, and some are film theory, which is my original kind of trade, original profession. I trained as filmmaker and a film theorist. But this is the last 20 years I switched to write in English, and I think allowed me to experiment first with language, because when you switch language, the way you're thinking, the way you construct a narrative completely changed. And the very idea of narrative already changed as well. And also the way you look at history, because language is almost a destiny. And I hate to say language is also kind of a strange identity you inhabited. You know, if I were speaking French now, you know, I probably inhabit a lot of, I guess, historical French thinking, you know, but I'm speaking English. And if I switch into another language, or, you know, like you, and I think the mentality, the political stand, the memory changes in a way, because we're so bound to a certain language. I guess that's my complicated way to answer you about exploration. But another thing is beyond the language or beneath the language is this deep structure of narrative, which I am a storyteller, and I'm very clear. You know, as 𝗱𝗃𝗀𝘀 said, we are fundamentally storyteller, whether you're a politician or lawyer or comedian, because, you know, a great lawyer, a great president has to be storyteller first. And I think it's fundamental. How shall we tell a story? You know, it's about 𝗱𝗃𝗃𝗃. 𝗱𝗃𝗃𝗃 a battle between the Normans and Anglo-Saxons, or is it about the Russian war in Ukraine, or is it about our everyday struggle between the peace and the war, you know, the fragile peace, and there's ever occurring war, you know, around the corner, or is it really to do with the interior struggle about our inner life as someone most of my life is spent in writing, and that kind of struggle with the physical life and the interior life. So I think all my books are very fragmented, and with this one, it's the same, you know, it's kind of 2 pages per section. So it's really like zigzags through 𝗱𝗃𝗃𝗃, and then current war, and then current life, and then kind of crisscross from history to current life. And this is sort of a form I was using for this book.